Why is there a dude outside, like, blasting his music? It's like 9 p.m.
Why do people always describe their exes as crazy? I mean, usually it's because they were being overly clingy or overly jealous about stupid things, but not, like, actually legitimately crazy. Like, I've dated a crazy person before, and that's what this video is about. I'm about to talk about my crazy ex and be a complete hypocrite. So the story starts with young high school me in one of the first relationships I've ever had. It's 2 a.m. on a school night and I get a call that wakes me up and I'm completely exhausted, but I notice that it's my girlfriend and so I decided to answer it.
One of the biggest mistakes of my life.
For the sake of this story, I'll call her Brittany. Yeah, I don't think I know any Brittany's, which is weird because that's a very common name. So I pick up the phone and I'm really tired, but it becomes very apparent very quickly that Brittany is scared out of her mind. She's panicking. She's like having a hard time talking. She's like practically hyperventilating, and she keeps saying, "I can hear it in my house. I can feel it in my house." So background about Brittany: she did not live in the best of neighborhoods. There were a lot of crimes committed around her neighborhood. So I'm thinking this is probably some kind of like home break-in or something and someone is actually legitimately in her house. So, rightfully so, I am starting to panic and I'm fully awake now. In fact, I was about to call the police. I was going to dial 911 and give them her address and have them do something about this because I was that scared for her life. But she keeps begging me to stay on the line with her and I don't really know what to do. I'm very tired, and so I just kind of stay on the line. She keeps repeating herself over and over again. I can hear it in my house. I can feel it in my house. Different iterations of that, but the same thing over and over again.
Use your words, Brittany!
And there's not really much I can do about this other than call the police, which is why I was about to hang up on her. And then she said something really weird. She said the words, "It's in my room." At this point, I'm a little confused. She's still talking, and the home intruder is in her room. How has this home intruder not seen her or heard her yet? But then it gets even weirder because she says she can't see it. At this point, I'm starting to realize that she hasn't used, like, human pronouns yet. She hasn't said he, she, or they, or anything. She's just said it. And then it happened. She started to meow. No, you heard that right. She started to meow. Like a cat. So I hear the first meow, and I don't know how to react. I mean, how do you react to something like that? I didn't know what to say. I just sat there and listened to her as she meowed and purred and giggled.
I'm gonna have to break up with you. I didn't realize I was dating a cat. I thought I was dating a human girl.
So she starts giggling more and more, and she starts purring more and more. And it gets to the point where she's like meowing and laughing every like 2 seconds. I kind of do like that whole, "Hey babe, what's going on?" And then she hangs up. So I'm thoroughly confused, but I'm not panicked anymore, so I'm tired again, and I go back to sleep.
And then she calls me again like 10 minutes later.
And now she was almost completely calm and was talking to me in a normal tone of voice. "Brittany, what the fuck? You were purring and shit like 10 minutes ago." But apparently she had heard some name over and over again in her head while she was being possessed. Yes, that's what she was calling it. She was saying she was possessed. But it gets better. Apparently this demon was like some really famous like demon of cats, or like a demon that presents themselves as a cat or some shit. I don't know, because I kind of zoned out at this point. But basically, she told me that she had heard this name over and over again. She researched it and saw that it was like a cat demon and that she was being possessed the entire time. And it gets better. Apparently the whole reason she did all of this was because I wasn't religious. I mean, I don't force my lack of religion on other people, but I also don't let people do the opposite to me. I don't let people force their religion on me. The point is, she was really unhappy with the fact that I was not religious, and so she made up this whole thing. I mean, Brittany never admitted to making all this up, but I mean, come on, she is possessed by a cat demon. I mean, keep in mind, this is the same girl who is like super into anime and super into Neko girls in general. But yeah, long story short, our relationship didn't last very long after that. So if you guys have crazy ex stories that are crazier than that, just, comment them or something. Or, I don't know, whatever YouTubers usually have people do. This entire room is like covered in cords and shit.